This is Motivational Monday with Jackie O. I am your host, Jackie, and this is our very special guest, Ruby Asabor. And Ruby is, wow, she's just amazing. She is a trailblazer all in, I can't even say it. I mean, she's just doing it. And so it is so refreshing to see a young person such as Ruby that is just killing it. So Ruby is 22. She is a college graduate with a degree in biomedicine. She is an influencer, a wealth educator, and she is a sought after motivational speaker where she has spoken at over 50 colleges and universities. That is amazing to be 22. That is absolutely amazing. So again, Ruby, thank you for being here with us, accepting the invitation. And we are super excited to hear from you. So before we get started, share a little bit more about, yourself and your bio.
Okay, perfect. I mean, you basically got everything.
Okay.
I have been on like my social media presence journey since I started my college blogging series on YouTube back my sophomore year of college. And the whole purpose of that was just to show my audience. At that time, I started off at zero, but I just wanted to kind of share what it was like to be a biomedicine student and college athlete, because I did play basketball in college. And I feel like there wasn't really a lot of representation of that in the YouTube world. There's like a lot of different college bloggers, but they more so just show like the fun parts of college. So I wanted to really show like, all right, this is me in biomedicine, taking 20 credits a semester, doing neuroscience research, cancer cell research, as well as running my businesses and YouTube and playing basketball, all of these different things, and just showing that all of that is possible. And as my YouTube presence grew, I decided to capitalize off of that and start multiple businesses along the way. And I started about four different businesses since I started YouTube in 2016. And from then, I have been able to speak at multiple different universities and things of that such. And a lot of people became very interested in how I, managed my finances while being, 20, 21 years old, now 22, how I was able to build credit, save money, invest, all these different things. So I started my Money Monday series, kind of similar to your Monday motivational, but it was really just to kind of motivate people really when it comes to finance to really just get ahead of themselves and be in full control of everything that they have going on, and really try and teach things that are really not taught in school, and kind of have like that kind of like after school program type of thing that you can watch to just upgrade in life altogether. And that's really what the basis of my YouTube as well as all of my entrepreneurial journeys are so far.
Okay, great. Well, wow, that is good. And you answered one of the questions that I wanted to ask you basically is how did you get started? Which you touched on that. But with all the businesses that you have, how did you get your capital? Because I also saw that you do academic planners
Mhm.
and you also do hair. And so you have quite, a few businesses that you have going on. So exactly how did you get started with that, with your funding and getting everything off the ground?
Yeah, so I'm definitely a believer of like reinvesting in yourself. I know me as well as many other like college age students and stuff like that, we really don't have a lot starting out. And personally with me, I didn't even have a job while I was in college. I was really just trying to find and kind of make ends meet because I was playing college basketball. I didn't have time to work during the weekends like everybody else because we were on the road playing basketball games and stuff. So I really did use my YouTube income. At that time, I had less than 10,000 subscribers. I really wasn't making a lot, but I would save a lot of my money every single time I get paid. And we only got paid once a month with YouTube, and it really wasn't a lot. But like I said before, I'm a very big believer of just saving money and putting it towards things that will make you more in the future. So when I first started out, my first business was actually a sunglass company, and I started this when I was 19 years old. And I didn't really need a lot of money to start that business off, but it was a thing where I would save money, buy sunglasses, sell the sunglasses, save more money, invest that back into my business and kind of go on from there. That business I kept for about like a year or so until I got tired of it. There wasn't really any real motivation towards it besides just getting extra money. And from that point, I decided that my junior year of college that I wanted to start the academic planner company because that's something that I was actually very passionate about. So what I did was I had this idea. I only had a couple $100 saved up for my sunglass company, and I decided to start another business to fund the academic planner company. So with academic planners, it does require a lot of money to start off because of buying wholesale overseas and things of that sort. It's a very lucrative business. I feel like a lot of people don't know that. I think the minimum quantity was about 500 to start off, and I wanted two different planner covers. So it required me to get 1,000 planners just to start off. And when it comes to shipping, starting all the different startup costs, it was about a $10,000 startup that was needed. And I didn't have that at that time. So what I did have was the money from my sunglass company. And what I did was I started a hair company to fund the planner company. I don't know if the circle is making sense, but
Yeah.
hair companies are, I don't want to say easier to start up, but it doesn't require as much money. So I was able to dive into there. I bought, a couple of bundles and stuff and started my hair company journey from that. And I was able to raise the funds in about 2 months to start my planner company. And I literally started the planner company. I think my hair company started May, and then I launched the planner company in July. So that was about like 2 months in between. And I got the idea for the planner company in March. So it was a very short time period. And I also am somebody that definitely encourages people to really think of a goal, write actionable steps, and as well as a time period as well, so that your goals don't become like, your 2020 goals doesn't become your 2021 goals and then your 2022 goals. I really have a goal for myself and really just work towards it continually until I reach that goal.
Okay. Wow. That is good. Girl, so wait a minute. You said you sold hair for like 2 months?
So I kept
some hair.
I kept the company for a while. I'm not I actually stopped the hair company for real about like 6 months ago, just because the planner company took off really. And the hair company really was just something to make money, like I said before. And it was really to fund the big business, so there's a lot of people that make a lot of money and like are very passionate about hair. I just really wasn't one of those people. I just knew that it was something that you can easily get into, and that's why I decided to do it.
So it was a vehicle that you used to get to where you were trying to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's really good. So tell us a little bit about your trading. So my daughter and I, so let me tell you how I got into it because my daughter started following you. Shout out to Layla Renee, and she has businesses as well. And she kind of does the same thing that you're doing, like doing other things to reinvest to get where she's going with her business. So she was following you and she says, Mom, we need to get into this day trading. You need to see this lady right here. I'm like, okay, I'm just willy-nilly along. And I mean, she was really, really studying you like day and night, day and night. And she said, we need to sign up for this class, her mentorship, and we need to do this and do that. I'm like, okay. She said, well, will you go half with me? And I'm like, okay, Layla, just sign up for it. And, I'll send you the money and we can go half. Yeah. And so we started, of course, she was way ahead of me. And I'm just in high school. So I haven't completed, but she's completed everything. And I just think that is so amazing. And she is just absolutely inspired by you. So I want to know, how did you get into Forex trading? Like what inspired you to get into that?
Yeah, thank you for that, first of all. And shout out to your daughter. That is honestly amazing. And shout out to you for being such a great mom. Like, I feel like people definitely overlook stuff like that where, children are interested in something, and a lot of times the parents don't really pay attention, and the fact that you were able to really understand where she was coming from and actually believe in her to continue on, that is an amazing thing to see. But when it comes to trading, that was another thing that I kind of really found out about through college. One of my good friends, my sophomore year of college back in 2017, was very into Forex trading. Like, he was going crazy. Like, I think he actually dropped out of school like a year later due to Forex trading. But he was investing in a whole bunch of different classes. He traveled to Florida, and I live in New Jersey. I went to school in New Jersey, sorry. And he traveled to Florida for like an in-person class. He was just doing so much. And I would see all the stuff that he was doing. And I'm like, people don't really invest in stuff like this unless they see like the power of it, so at that time, I saw what he was doing, but I didn't really take it seriously because I had a lot going on for myself at that time. I already had my 2 businesses, I had basketball classes, everything. So I never really took it seriously. But he did introduce it to me. I tried to get like a one-on-one tutor, and it just didn't really work out with my schedule. And with stuff like this, it becomes something where you really have to learn from the right person if you want to be successful. So I decided to hold out at that time, and a little bit longer down the road, I invested into a course that was around $2,000. And I took the course. It was a lot of information. And if you guys don't know what Forex trading is, or day trading, it's basically capitalizing off of a market that moves every single day. So similar to the stock market, but the Forex market is a $22 billion industry. I'm sorry, $7 trillion industry, and the stock market is 22 billion. So 7 trillion compared to 22 billion, that is a huge difference. And the Forex market is very liquid. So you're able to make a lot of money if you know what you're doing, and if you can learn the strategies and stuff to be successful. So I understood the power of Forex trading, but I wanted to make sure that I got into it at the right time and I was learning from the right people. So I did invest a lot of money into learning. I took 2 different courses. I did a lot, similar to the guy that I mentioned before, but it was really because I saw how much he was investing in and stuff like that. But after a while, I realized that, this is an amazing side hustle. This is something that people are literally, starting off small and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, So I actually have a video that I just uploaded like last month, I believe, where I just shared how I was able to make $26,000 in July off of just trading. And a lot of people aren't introduced into this, especially like, people of our demographic. It's kind of like not really shared, and I just wanted to kind of make it my duty to share it with as many people as I can, especially with the pandemic. I noticed that like with every single other side hustle that I have 11 different income streams right now, and a lot of them during the pandemic were kind of halted, and I only had a couple that I was able to continue on with even throughout the pandemic. And one of them being Forex trading. And my sister actually lost her job during the pandemic, and I was teaching her how to trade. And it actually gave me the idea to create my own course based off of a lot of the different things I learned throughout the time. And I noticed that I had to take multiple different courses. I had to kind of learn different ways and kind of condense it. Whereas if I made my own course, I can really just make it very beginner friendly and only take the important information, because I noticed that, the $2,000 course is going to teach every single thing, right? And I feel like that really isn't needed. Like, if the whole purpose is to be successful or to be profitable, all you need to know is the profitable strategies. You don't have to know about, all the different strategies. You just pick the ones that you're good at. So that's what I basically taught my sister, and she was able to get it in like 2 weeks. So from this point, I'm like, all right, if I can teach her, I can teach multiple different people. And I literally just sat down and created a whole course. I think I have about 40 videos in the Forex Made Easy program right now. And it really lays everything out from beginner to a level where you're actually advanced. So kind of like how you mentioned before, the people that are not a part of Lavish Life Academy, Jacquie mentioned that she's in high school right now, and I split it up kind of similar to the school system that we have, where it's like elementary school, middle school, high school, and then university is like the advanced level. And I'm so proud of myself really because it really was just an idea that I had during quarantine. And I actually had like a 90-day hustle challenge that I was doing with my community, where I was kind of encouraging people to just be productive and kind of learn new skills and stuff. And I never thought that, by me trying my best to be productive, I would have created a whole nother business aside from that, So I literally had the idea beginning of April. And like I said before, when I have a goal, I just get it done. I had the goal beginning of April. By April 25th, the Lavish Life Academy was already launched. And since then, it's been rolling. We have about 2,500 members right now in 49, I believe, different countries, literally all around the world. So it's really growing. And, I give all the glory to God. I really never thought that, if the pandemic didn't happen, I don't think I would have ever started this business, which is crazy. But, God works in amazing ways.
Yeah, yeah. And I've been saying that ever since the pandemic started, that it has been a blessing in a lot of ways, because just like with you starting that, and we started at Motivational Monday during the pandemic. So it was an idea and we just went for it. So, I do believe that that is a blessing with that. So let me make sure I'm not. So yeah, we have some people that's watching and they're just like, yes, whoop, whoop. Um, Lavish Life Academy, a whole bunch of is on fire. So yes, yes. Ruby, tell us with that, because so you explained a little bit about like the courses. So we do elementary school, middle school, high school, and the university. So once you come out of the university and you graduate and you're comfortable with trading and so forth, then you can hop right in, correct?
Yeah.
So then tell us now that you're in, what does a typical day look like for you? And if we are taking your mentorship program, and that's another thing. Let me back up. I want you to explain a little bit more about your mentorship program, and meaning because Layla, as she was looking at you, there are others that are kind of like network marketing type things,
Oh, yeah.
and yours is totally different. So can you explain the difference between yours and some of the other
Yeah.
programs?
Definitely. So, like I mentioned before, my friend, his name is Chase. He was introduced into Forex trading back in 2017, and he was never a part of the MLM companies. There's one MLM company, I won't say the name, of course, but it's very big, and their focus is really recruitment. And it's really recruitment, and then they're selling the Forex program, So when it comes to something like that, you become quote unquote a leader as long as you just sell the course, But at that point, it's kind of like you're going into a path where there's really no guidance, because people are coming in with goals of selling as many courses as they can. And there's really no leadership, or there's no real like educators, So my sister was actually about to get into that course. I was like, listen, I'm gonna just teach you. There's nothing, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And when it comes, for people that are not familiar with MLM companies, it really is recruitment marketing or network marketing. And it really takes away from the journey. It doesn't matter what it is. It's kind of like a blindsided effect. It's hard to explain it without like bashing it. That's something I never wanted to do, but it's just something that I don't believe in. I feel like it's not really a truthful way to sell something. So when I started my company, I really wanted to make sure that I am only teaching people how to trade. And if somebody feels as though they enjoy the course enough to tell their friends, they're telling their friends because they enjoy the course. They're learning from the course and they're making money. So my program has grown organically in the past couple of months now, literally to over 2,500. We have multiple different YouTube reviews on YouTube. We have hundreds of people giving reviews on Trustpilot and all these other websites, giving video reviews, recommending their friends because they are successful trading. And that was the entire purpose. I could have easily joined that network marketing program just because I have a very large presence on YouTube. I have almost 200,000 subscribers. And of course I can, have a couple of people and then have those people recruit for me and then those people recruit for me. It becomes an entire pyramid. I don't really have to do as much work, but that wasn't my purpose and that wasn't the journey that I wanted to go through. So I created my program the exact way I wanted it to be taught. And I'm literally doing everything myself. And of course I have my own team. I have my assistant, I have a couple of interns, I have 3 people that do customer service. It's a whole back end, but at the end of the day, I know that the people that are in my program are going to reach the goals that they have for themselves. When it comes to that other program, I've seen so many negative reviews, and that was another reason. And I think that's what kind of helped my business as well, because people go into that company and leave knowing exactly what they don't want. They come into my program and they're like, oh wow, this is exactly what I was looking for, type of thing. Like, I just wanted to learn how to trade and I got into this program and they want me to recruit, So with my program, to go more in depth with what it is that I do, is I have the entire educational program, as mentioned before, from beginner to advanced. And then alongside that, we also have a community chat where we have everybody in, and it is an amazing way to network, and it's an amazing way to find other traders that are also in your community or in your area. So we have it kind of split up based on location. So we have people that are in Australia, they have their own chat. People that are in like the different areas in Africa, in the Caribbean, we split up the United States by coast. So we have West Coast, East Coast, Southern, Midwest, and then we have a Canadian chat. We have, you can pick which ones you want to join, which is very helpful. But the actual trading chat is where you get the most value. Once you actually learn how to trade, you'll realize that trading with a group of people makes things a lot easier for you, because you personally do not have to look at the markets 24/7, right? There's always conversation going on. You can be at work, right? And during your lunch break, let me just go on the chat and see what's going on. You'll have somebody talking about US 30 or the Dow Jones stock index, or somebody talking about USD versus CAD. And you'll be able to go on and really see what is trending right now. It's kind of quote unquote trending, or which one's more volatile. And the community aspect of that just makes trading so much easier. And I think that's really where the value comes from, besides the actual education. And other than that, I also give signals. So when I am personally trading, I let people know, like, okay, I am trading this specific pair. You guys can enter in. I'm giving you guys all the parameters, and you can practice and kind of make money as you're learning through that option as well. And that's a great way to learn as well, because I feel like once it's one thing to learn and it's another thing to actually implement. So during the actual implementation process, it makes things easier for you, and it kind of speeds up your learning curve. And then besides that, I also do a weekly question and answer webinar. And during that webinar, I answer questions. We do live trading, so you can see how the process is live if you're completely new. And then we have a couple of other fun things that we do, like we have Trader of the Week, we welcome new members, we do a whole bunch of different things during the weekly webinar. Everything is recorded. And then we also have a beginner's webinar for people that are completely new to Forex trading and just want a live question and answer. We typically do that on the weekends when the market's closed, just so that nobody's missing out on the actual trading. And that's kind of like our study session. And then we also have, I also offer weekly analysis, which is very helpful. So basically what I do is I scan the entire market on a Sunday before the markets open, and I let people know what to watch, kind of like what their watch list should be. And this just makes things a lot easier for people that are, working 9 to 5 during the week, have a full week of school. I just go that extra mile just to kind of take the load from everybody else. So I'll kind of like list out really what people should be looking for throughout the week, just to make things easier. And yeah, so Lavish Life Academy is really just focused on people being successful traders. And once they really learn how to trade, we have a section called Progress and Testimonials, where people drop their screenshots of how much money they're making every week. We had a huge milestone. I don't even feel comfortable saying like how much this girl made, but one of our members, only 18 years old, made she made a lot of money. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. And when I tell you, like, we literally call it progress and testimonials because these are literally testimonies that we are seeing on a week-to-week, day-to-day basis of people that were completely new to Forex trading that are now making a significant amount of money in the markets, which is crazy to see. But overall, like I said, we have, just to kind of like wrap it all up, we have the entire course. I have multiple webinars that are always recorded just so that you guys can watch on your free time, that are typically live. And then we also have signals where I give you guys my own trade ideas and watch lists. And then we have the community chat for networking, as well as sharing other trade ideas with other people in the community.
Okay. Wow, that's good. And what I really love about just everything that you said and wrapped it up is education.
Yeah.
That you are big on not just, having people to come and to sign up for your program, but to really educate them and to walk them through the process. Because I've seen some of your numbers you're making on a daily basis. So, that's like really inspiring. And just to know that you do all of those extra steps along the way, that's very important. And that says a lot about your mission and what you say that you want to do, which is educating people on how to make money. And so you go above and beyond. So thank you for that. Yeah. So we're going to wrap this up. But Ruby, I just want you to tell us, what does an average day for you look like?
All right. So an average day for me is
definitely have a lot.
Yeah, I have a lot going on. So one thing that I definitely value is just scheduling and time blocking. That's really why I created the academic planner. And I will honestly tell you, there's never been a time, even since like high school, where I haven't had a lot on my plate. I've always, like, whether it be sports, I was in debate in high school, I was always doing a whole bunch of different things. But what I personally do is I have to time block on the weekend. So aside from like preparing my week for trading and preparing my entire community for trading, I also prepare my own self for the week ahead. And I block my time out based on what I need to get done. So I have my YouTube channel that I'm trying to upload obviously frequently. I have multiple different sponsorships, multiple different companies that I work with, multiple different brands. Those have to be scheduled out in advance so that I'm meeting deadlines, getting the videos out, and things of that sort. I also have my internship program. I have an internship program that I run every single semester. So I have a lot of people that are working with me on their specific skills. It's more so of like education for them because I do a lot of teaching, especially when it comes to marketing, because it's one thing to learn something in the school setting, and then it's another thing to actually implement it. So I have that. So I have to meet with my interns on a week-to-week basis. A lot of them, it's one-on-one, like position-based. I also have Lavish Life Academy where I do those webinars at specific times every single week. And then I have the Lavish Life brand shipping. So we have shipping and fulfillment that we do 3 times a week, and that's at my warehouse. So I have to make sure that that is scheduled. So every single day it is a little bit different. I would say from like Monday to Friday. Monday is definitely my kind of like CEO kind of day. I make sure that everybody on my team has an idea of what's going on for the week ahead. So that typically consists of more so meetings and just preparation and sending stuff out to other people. For example, my video editor, or the brands that I'm working with, or clients that I'm sending stuff out for PR for my company. So that's Monday. Tuesday is my Lavish Life Academy day. So that day I do my webinar for Lavish Life Academy, and I also do other things related to Lavish Life Academy's marketing side. And then Wednesday is more so my Lavish Life brand day. So that's my product-based business. So that's the day that I personally go to my warehouse to make sure that everything is in order. I do have 2 interns that do come in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I only come in on Wednesday just to make sure that everything is good. And then Thursday is my filming day. So that's the day that I kind of film my content for 2 weeks ahead, so that I can make sure that that is sent out to my editor in advance, so that I can also send it to the sponsors that are sponsoring the video. And then Friday is kind of like my wrap up day to make sure that every other aspect is kind of like complete. And I kind of like to split up my days based on exactly, oh, and sorry, I have my team meeting on Fridays. So we kind of wrap everything up then and have an idea of what it is that we're going to be doing the following week so that we can have that planned out. But like I said, on Sunday, I really have to time block, so I know what I'm doing at what time, and I kind of go on from there.
Okay. And Ruby, let me ask you this. Are you working in your degree in the field that you got your degree in? Or are you just strictly running all of your businesses?
Yeah, so I'm strictly running all of my businesses right now. I got a degree in biomedicine. I actually got accepted into a 4+4 program with Drexel University for medical school. I actually graduated with a really good GPA. I actually did really, really well in my major. I was the only one that actually graduated from my biomedicine degree, which was crazy. It was a very accelerated program. However, after graduating, I kind of had like a pivot, like a shift on exactly what it is that I wanted to do. I ended up telling my university that I wanted to take a gap year before going to Drexel. And I made the decision afterwards that I'm going to push off Drexel University for now, as I focus on my businesses and just like the entire mission of what it is that I want to do. And what's great about medicine or whatever it is that you do in school, especially with my age, like I have enough time, like it's really no rush. And after kind of talking to my parents, talking to my other mentors and stuff like that, I'm at a very important place right now, with everything that I have going on, that pushing it off or, going straight into medical school right now can definitely affect everything, just based on time and productivity and just prioritizing what is the most important, because medical school will never leave. I can go back to medical school at any time. But the place I'm at in my business right now, it's really a prime time. And I don't want to, not take advantage of it just because of school.
Yeah, that's good. My father used to always say to us, when that door of opportunity is open, you
Mhm.
have to walk through it at that moment, because once it closes, it's closed.
Yeah.
So that's good that your parents were supportive and you recognize that that is where you needed to be in reference to doing your business and then going back to school.
Yeah. I never
Um,
wanted to be, my parents always say, don't be a storyteller. Don't talk about, oh, this could have happened. I had the opportunity, but I just didn't. And I chose this one. I always wanted to be like, kind of like on the forefront of exactly what it is I wanted to do so that I never have any regrets.
that's very good.
Mhm.
And with all of that being said, we have quite a few young ladies that are watching us. So, what would you tell them? What would you tell them? What advice would you give them today?
I would definitely say just work hard. I feel like a lot of people kind of try and beat around the bush. I've just always been somebody, like anyone that knows me from young just knows that I have been working hard. Like, um, there's like this saying where like took 5 years for me to become a overnight success. A lot of people see where I am now and they're like, wow, how did she get there? It's literally from me doing the best I can on a day-to-day basis. Write down your goals, put actionable steps behind it, and work towards it every single day. There's a way to balance and then there's a way to prioritize. I'm a bigger believer of prioritizing your time, because once you start balancing, you're basically taking out your time and effort from one thing to put towards something else. When I was in school, I was putting most of my energy towards academics because that was the most important thing for me at that specific time, right? And then at the times that I can relax or I can do something else, that's when I would focus on everything else. I was in school and I wasn't really watching Netflix, really going to parties, really. I was focusing on the important things. And at that time, it was just trying to upgrade in the different areas of my life. And now I can, bear the fruits of my labor, so it becomes a thing where you really just want to believe in yourself. Don't let anyone really talk you down or talk you out of what you have for yourself. I know a lot of people would have never believed that I would, be able to get my own office space, or, get my dream car at 21 years old, or, graduate with my degree, even going into school. My I forget what they call it, and I'm acting like I graduated from college like 10 years ago. I forget what they call it in my advisor. Yes, my advisor wasn't my advisor at that time. I was coming in from high school, as a college high school athlete, and I told them that I wanted to do biomedicine, and at my school it's a very prestigious program. Only 4 people entered in my freshman year, and he basically told me that he doesn't think that I could do it with playing basketball. And I was like, you didn't even give me a chance yet, so I did it, and I ended up being the only person that graduated, and the other 3 people weren't even doing anything. I don't know what they were doing, but they weren't, running businesses or, all of these other stuff. But really have an idea of what you see your life being and work towards it, and don't let anyone else kind of steer you away from it.
That's good. That's very good advice. Ruby, thank you so much for taking time again, because I know that you're very busy. So for you to take time out of your schedule to spend with us this evening, I am just super excited. Tell us how we can get in contact with you. And I will be putting your information in our chat and everything, but just let us know how we can get in contact with you.
Yeah, so all of my social media platforms is Lavish Ruby. So that's LAVISHRUBY. That's my Instagram as well as my YouTube channel name. And if you're interested in joining Lavish Life Academy, you guys actually got me at a good date. Today's Labor Day, and we're having a Labor Day sale for 10% off. And the code is just Labor Day sale in all capital letters. But the website for that is lavishlifeacademy.com. I also have a business course that is coming out very soon. I actually put it on pause because I want to make sure that it's the best that I can possibly make it. So that's going to be the 6-figure entrepreneur. And then I have another one that's going to be coming out in the near future for people that are already 6-figure entrepreneurs that are trying to get to that next level of like $1 million, like 7 figures. So that should be coming out in the near future. So lavishlifeacademy.com has the waitlist for the business program, as well as the enrollment for the Forex mentorship, which is open right now.
Okay. Great. So I will make sure that I put that information in. And y'all heard what she said. Today, Labor Day, she's offering a special 10% off, 10%. And that's good. And her prices are already reasonable. Because as I stated earlier, we are going through her program. And so the pricing for that is very reasonable. So you need to hop on over to her website, lavishlifeacademy.com, correct?
Yes.
And go ahead and sign up, get your 10% off, and join us. Okay. Like y'all come on in and join us, and let's do this together, because it's great. Let's see. Oh, someone said awesome information. Layla, my daughter's watching. She said, yes, great information. So yes.
Thank you so much, Layla.
You guys definitely join in. And again, Ruby, thank you so much. And we will be putting her information in the chat so that you can see it. Okay. But until next week we have another great special guest that's going to be with us. So you guys make sure you tune in again next week, Motivational Monday with Jacquie O. We will be talking next week about business and legal. So if you want to know anything about trademarks, copywriting, structuring your business, all of that, we're going to be talking about that next week. So that is going to be great. And that'll tie in our series of Be a Woman to Watch. Amazing. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that I got all the comments. Yeah, so thank you, everyone. Ma'am.
Crazy.
Thank you. So thank you, everyone that watched on tonight. And we will see you guys next Monday. Okay, bye-bye. Bye, Ruby.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.